Hello to everybody. I'm just coming here today to say a couple things. I don't want to get into any more topics on what these women are against, the Hillary supporters, because you know what? It's not going to help us come together in the end. I believe that, we need to purge ourselves of whatever it is, that hate that we have that is in our body for Clinton or Obama, for that matter, whoever is hateful to whoever, because I believe hate is a strong word, and I for one don't hate anybody. In fact, I don't dislike any of the supporters from either side. I just think that we are straying so far away from what our beliefs are and from what things are that we believe in, the things that we want, like health care, good education for our children, this country. We need the economic status of this country, not going into a Great Depression like the 30s, getting out of this war. I think that we're all just getting confused over things that we shouldn't be getting confused over. We're getting angry with each other over things that we shouldn't be getting angry over. We're calling each other names. We're calling each other sexists and haters and racists and all kinds of other names. And for what? For what? To tear each other down? What is that going to solve? Is that going to solve our problems? No, it's not going to solve any of them. We're destroying each other. We're hurting each other's feelings. We're not trying to figure out how can we fix the economy. How can we fix the education system for our children? How can we fix the healthcare system that's screwing us all? How can we fix this war on the middle class? How can we stop this from happening to us? And the answer is us, we the people. We can stop this by not bickering over the stupid, petty little things that we're fighting over. We're fighting over, who may be sexist or not, who may be racist or not. Does anybody realize that this election is much more than who we think might be racist or who we think might be sexist? Has anybody stopped to think about that? Has anybody stopped to think about their child's life and, what's going to happen in the future? Because I keep seeing these nasty messages on all sorts of videos, not just mine, from these people who are calling me a woman hater. First off, I am a woman, so I can't really hate women. That would be making me hate myself. I don't hate women. And second of all, I'm not going to go into this big argument saying that somebody's sexist for saying sweetie. If you're offended, then you're offended. I'm sorry that you're offended. But we can't be fighting over that. It's so stupid, so petty to put, such value on a word, and not think about the consequences of voting for somebody like John McCain and what would happen to this country and what the neocons really want for this country, which is they want a hierarchy system where there's a very wealthy people and very poor people. They don't want a middle class. But instead, we'd rather have people prove their point and vote for McCain because, we'd rather be selfish. Why are we fighting? We need to be uniting. There's no reason to be fighting, calling each other names. And I don't care how old you are. That's just pitiful and petty. And I think it's very sad that we have come this far in calling each other names over a female candidate and a black male candidate Why are we doing this? Why? It's not serving to do anything but tear us down. And, I agree with some of the other parties, the Green Party and the Libertarian Party, that there should be a third candidate or a fourth candidate allowed to participate in the debate. But, we have to realize that why we are on a two-party system, which is not what the founding fathers intended. Madison never intended for us to have a two-party system. They never wanted us to have a Republican Party or a Democratic Party. They wanted us to be voting for people on the basis of their plans, but it didn't work out that way. We have a Democratic Party and a Republican Party. And you know what? I'm not voting for the lesser of two evils this time. I'm going to vote with my heart when I go to vote, and with the facts that I have in my hands at the time when I do vote. And I just hope that people have learned before this election in November is held, the general election, that McCain is not the answer. So I hope that everybody can go look up his record and see that he's not the answer. He's not the answer. But I will not say anything against him on here because it's not going to serve me any good. We need to unite and stop calling each other names and being petty and fighting and tearing each other down. Hillary supporters and Obama supporters, we need to knock it off now if we want to unite and sustain the Democratic nominee to the election. And if you're one of those supporters, either side, who decides that you want to defect and go to McCain, be my guest. But I'm not going to have any part of that, because I would still have voted for Clinton. And I would still vote for Obama if he puts Clinton on the ticket, because you know what? I'm not going to vote against my values. I'm not going to put other people's lives on the sideline here because I want to prove a point. That doesn't help, and it's not going to save our country. Thank you, and good night.